Hi everyone, it's Andy Zitzmann, founder of the GAMETIME Movement, where I'm on a mission to helping you and 1 million other people step up your game. In this short 3 to 5 minutes every day, I'm going to provide you with inspiration, motivation, and empowering information so that you can wake up, have a little pick-me-up, get fired up so that you step up on a daily basis. So get ready, because it's time, it's your time, it's game time. Hey, what's up everyone? It's Andy Zitzmann and welcome to today's show. Today, we're going to be talking about how to create unstoppable confidence. That's right, how to create the unstoppable you. You know, throughout my life, a lot of people have asked me, Andy, how are you so confident? Like, what do you do to create that confidence? How did you become so confident? And, you know, I'll tell you, I mean, a little secret, I'm not always confident. I mean, I actually have fears and sometimes I have self-doubts. But one thing I do is I practice getting confident. I prepare to be confident. And so today I want to share with you, basically a little formula, a process that I do to create unstoppable confidence. And I've done this throughout my career. I've done it throughout my life. I do it before I go on stage. I do it before I go onto the camera here and do a podcast. I do it before I call a client or a prospective client to have an enrollment call. And I used to do this throughout my career when I was in sales and preparing for a meeting or in preparing for a sales call, whatever it is. I would do this process, so I would put myself in the state to become and create the unstoppable, confident me. And so today, I hope I can share that with you. Because here's the deal. You know, confidence is something that we can create. It's something that we can practice and we can absolutely bring into us on command at any moment. And so, the thing is that we just got to realize that we've already done this before. That's right, we've already done this before. So the first step in creating unstoppable confidence is to pick a memory where you were confident, or pick a memory where you had a win. Pick a memory where you secured a job. So for instance, my memory and what I call my game time mode is, I go back and I think about right before my basketball games in high school. And I'd be sitting there right before the game. I'd be lined up with the team. We're in the gym. The game hasn't started yet. The fans, the crowd is all out there. They're cheering. And we're about to run into the gym. And I'm pumped up. I'm jumping up and down. And I'm really excited. I'm extremely confident. And so I'd just close my eyes and put myself back in that state and remember how that felt when I was about to run out into that basketball court in high school. Also, I picked the time when I started in the corporate world, and I can remember that first time when I picked up the phone and I cold called this Fortune 500 company and I got an interview. And I'll tell you, I spent the rest of that day, preparing for the interview, learning everything about that company. And I can see myself, actually to this day, I can see myself exactly what I was wearing. I was wearing a pinstripe suit. I had a red tie on. I had these burgundy shoes and a burgundy belt. And I can remember exactly how I felt walking into that company. I was like, you know what? I am going to nail this interview. I'm going to crush it. And sure enough, I did. And so I can remember exactly how I felt and what I looked like. And so what I want you to do is just create or pick a memory where you were confident, where you just stepped into your greatness and you achieved something phenomenal, because you've already done this before. So pick a memory. And then once you pick that memory and you have that unstoppable, confident you can see it, you can visualize how you felt, how you looked. What you got to do is you got to be able to trigger it. And so what I do is this: when I'm ready to step into my confidence, I envision myself either as that basketball player or that guy that was in that pinstripe suit doing that interview. And then I just snap my fingers and say, it's game time. It's game time. So essentially, whenever I need to snap into my unstoppable confidence, I just snap and say it's game time. That's right. So that's what you need to do. Pick a memory and then pick a trigger. In my case, it's snapping my fingers and saying, bam, I'm going into my unstoppable confidence. And then from there, how you actually develop that confidence and get really good at bringing confidence into yourself on command is you go into the next mode, which is basically vision. You got to create a vision. So I want you to take a moment as every time you're about to do something. So in my case, I told you some of the examples, right? If I'm about to go on stage, if I'm about to go in front of the camera, and do a podcast, if I'm about to call a client, if I'm about to do anything that requires me to step into my greatness, I actually take a moment to visualize it. You got to have a vision. So visualize yourself, close your eyes, see yourself, on stage, see yourself, having the call with the client, see yourself, going onto the camera and doing a video, whatever it may be that's true for your life or your business. Maybe it's going on a date. Maybe it's before you're about to go into the gym. Just take a moment and just go and see yourself pumping that iron or running and just really visualize it. And then take the moment while you're visualizing, experience what you look like, how you feel, what's happening inside of you, and realize that those are the feelings, those are the emotions that you need to bring into yourself and start to really, really embody and feel inside of you. And then once you have that visualization done, once you've visualized you doing what you're about to do, go and role play. That's the next step, which is to role play and actually do it before you actually do it. So here's what I do. I go in the mirror. I literally have done this throughout my entire life. I go into the mirror, I look right in the mirror, I look right in my eyes, and I start to role play exactly what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna stand, what I'm gonna wear, how I'm gonna look, and exactly what I'm gonna say. So for instance, if you're gonna go on a sales call, or you're going to talk to a prospective client, go in the mirror and role play the exact conversation. Write it out if you have to, but role play it. Put yourself in the state, in the state, and embody the exact type of tone you want to talk, what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, and just role play it over and over and over again until you absolutely feel like you're prepared and you're confident to go and deliver your best. So think about that for a moment. If you were to pick a time where you were really confident and that you had a huge win in your life, and then you just put yourself back in that state, right? And then from there, you trigger it to move into that. You move into that game time mode, move into that champion inside of you. You trigger it. Then you go and visualize exactly what you want to see, how you want to feel, what you're going to say exactly. You just see it happening. Spend some time seeing it happen. And then go and do it. Role play it. Go and role play, look in the mirror, do it while you're walking around your house. You can do it in the shower, whatever it is. You can do it while you're driving your car. I used to role play all the time when I was driving to sales meetings. I would just role play out the entire conversation, the entire meeting. And here's what happens next. So once you do all those things, essentially what you've done is you've seen it, you've felt it, and you've been it. So you see it, feel it, be it. And now, ultimately, you are ready to go out and do it. And so the final step in creating unstoppable confidence, once you go through that process, is to go out and do it. Because in fact, there's a saying out there that says this: a champion is a champion before he's a champion. Or a champion is born before a champion becomes a champion. Essentially what that means is that you've already done it before you actually go do it. Some people call it fake it till you make it. Some people say act as if. Whatever it may be, but it gets you to that state where you are unstoppable. You are feeling so confident inside, and subconsciously you already know in your mind, in your heart, that you've already done it. You've already done the work. You've visualized it and you've actually role played it. And so now when it actually comes time to actually deliver and go do it, you already feel like you've done it. So this is how you create unstoppable confidence in yourself. This is how, on command, at any moment, you can snap in to the unstoppable confident you. It's time, it's your time to create unstoppable confidence. It's game time. Hey, thanks for tuning in today, and thanks for stepping up your game. Here's what you can do to spread the movement. Go to GAMETIMEmovement.com and be sure to share your game time moment of the day, your GMOTD, so that others will feel compelled to share their game time moments too. And if you haven't already, subscribe on iTunes or Stitcher Radio, and please be so kind to leave a rating and review so that we can reach 1 million people and encourage them to step up their game too. This is Andy Zitzmann, reminding you, it's your time, it's game time. Till next time.